I'm here with my good friend Benjamin Shaffer, and we're in the library of the Chapel House
Hmm.
here in our community. And I was just asking Benjamin just kind of what he's been thinking about gospel topics wise. And um,
Yeah.
you were thinking about some of the early times in the church with Joseph Smith.
Yeah. So, one of the most interesting things that I've recently thought about is the way that obedience brings the blessing of revelation. When you're not obedient to certain commandments, you just can't have the revelations, especially not on those topics, right? If we're not obeying or pursuing something, God can't give us more if we're not using what we already have, right? And one of the greatest examples of this was
Yeah.
Joseph Smith, while he was translating the Book of Mormon, lost his gift to translate briefly anytime his heart was out of order, anytime
Oh,
he
yeah.
wasn't in a good
That's true.
place.
That did happen.
So there's a story that he fought with Emma, and he sat down to translate, and he couldn't. And so then he first had to go and make peace with his wife before he was really ready to receive revelation.
That's interesting, yeah.
And so here's one of the most interesting things I just learned recently. The Book of Abraham was not translated all at once.
Okay.
So Joseph Smith gets the papyri and sees the mummies and starts thinking about ancient Egypt and Abraham and all that sort of thing. And chapter 1 and 2, through verse 17, Joseph Smith translates in Kirtland. Now, what's happening in Kirtland while he's thinking about the blessings of Abraham? He first learns about plural marriage. He tries to marry Fanny Alger. That doesn't go well.
Okay.
He also Elijah comes and appears, and all these prophets come and appear to give him the keys. But then he loses the Kirtland Safety Society. He loses all of Kirtland, basically. They lose the Kirtland Temple. He loses his best friend through the whole thing. Oliver Cowdery leaves, and he just stops translating. He doesn't translate again on the Book of Abraham for like 7 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That long?
Yep. 1842, the same day that Joseph Smith starts performing plural marriages for people other than himself, when he starts, when he first introduces Brigham Young and John Taylor and Wilford Woodruff and a bunch of these other men in the Quorum of the 12 and the First Presidency, and they begin to take these plural wives in 1842, all of a sudden, Abraham's the top of mind again. And the same day,
very interesting.
the same day that he's obedient to the law of celestial plural marriage, and he seals the first plural wife to Brigham Young, is the same day that he starts translating the Book of Abraham again.
Wow.
And then just a few months later, we have Doctrine and Covenants section 132 that talks about the law of Sarah